Hello everyone and welcome back to Access Channel Comics. There's a lot of news out there going on in the week in the lovely land of DC Comics. This has been considered another DC day. It's a lot that's going on. As you know, the new steel was put up of the Justice League, of which we have in this picture 5 of the members of the Justice League: Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. Now, this is a very impressive steel. Some of the steels that came out kind of was like a little low quality, but some of them that came out was very good. But don't fret, the movie, there will be more on point, more clarity, and more of the steels when they come out. But my personal opinion about the steel, I really love the steel. You got Batman in his tactical bat suit. You got Wonder Woman. Her suit looks more cleaner and more sufficient because there was rumor that the red on her suit, a lot of it came from centuries of blood stains when she was at war and everything. Cyborg looks really on point to me also. It looks a fascinating look. And the cool thing about Cyborg is this may not be the total finished product. It's kind of like a similar type of Iron Man type thing where, sometimes there's more upgrades with the suits. The Flash suit, once again, looks fantastic, and Aquaman suit looks extremely impressive. I mean, very fantastic. I love the way the armor suit, he looks just like a king ready to go to war. Keep in mind, he's the king of Atlantis. But I really love these steels. A lot of people were asking, where's Superman in this picture? Keep in mind, at this point in the movie, I'm not going to necessarily say this may be the early part of the movie, the middle part. For all we know, it could be the last battle scene, and Superman may come to play in the third act. Keep in mind, some of these are using the elements of the death of Superman. He will most certainly return. I'm just really hype about this. I love this steel, and it got me thinking, in the future. Imagine when, if and when they bring Green Lantern in, he'd be part of it. It's just great. I really like the look. If it looks like the same carrier ship that Deathstroke, when Ben Affleck released the teaser for that. And if you look in the back, it sort of looks like the Batmobile is back there. Batman and all his gadgets. He's the ultimate billionaire of comic books. That. But I really like this photo. You know what I'm saying? This is great. It's getting me more hype about the movie. No word of when the first trailer is dropping just yet. No, there's been speculation that it may be around like April that it may drop. Speculation they may give us something around the Super Bowl, which that would be a fitting time. The only doubt I have about coming out about around the Super Bowl is in the last couple going on several years, a lot of movies have dialed back on airing trailers during the Super Bowl. Back in the day, years ago, it was most certainly a for sure thing, but they kind of dialed it back. But we'll see. What do you think about the steel? Like I said, I really like it. I'm just really hyped for the Justice League movie. This is a movie that I've always wanted to come and be right in front of us. Our most anticipated movie of 2017, one of the biggest ever, and getting to see Wonder Woman fully twice in 2 movies in 1 year, that's highly impressive. I love that. And moving forward on with the DC Comics thing, this is some very good stuff that DC has put forefront, and this is what I like. This is what DC needs to do. You don't have to worry about competing with anyone. Do your own thing. And then we got the news, of course, about Ben Affleck, what he said about the script of the Batman. Everybody hold your horses. It's not like he's saying he's not doing the movie or definitely not doing the movie. He was saying something that an actor and a director are supposed to say. If the script isn't right, he probably won't. He's just not up for doing it because you're talking about one of the most precious commodities in the entertainment business, and that is Batman. Batman even goes outside of the comic book realm. No one in their right mind wants to make a bad Batman movie. You will have that on you. That is a what's the word I'm looking for? A mark on your career the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? He wants to make a great Batman movie. He really wants to make the definitive Batman movie, And if we go back and take a look at the Batman movies, there's been some great Batman movies and some that's been good. But The Dark Knight is the definitive Batman movie. And, some would say Batman Begins or Batman is. It's just so many great ones. But he definitely wants to leave his mark in a great way. And and I respect that because I'd rather see them take the time at the movie. There are tons of DC characters you can bring out. If you want to mention Batman, have him a cameo, you don't even have to do that. People, they like to wait for Batman, because he's that type of character. Now, moving right along, some other great DC news is that it was announced that the CW has renewed all of their DC shows in the Greg Bertali, if I'm saying his name correctly, I get it kind of mixed up. His universe, but anyway, sorry if I chopped that name up. But anyway, this is like the Arrowverse shows like Arrow, The Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow. They've all been renewed. Keep in mind, Legends of Tomorrow will be coming back and switching to Tuesdays after The Flash at 9 o'clock. The Flash comes on at 8. So that's some very big news. DC has tons of shows on. You got to think about those 4 shows. You also got to think about Gotham over at Fox. Lucifer, which is a Vertigo DC Comics property. You got to think about iZombie, a Vertigo DC Comics property. Preacher is on AMC. That's Vertigo DC Comics. Also keep in mind, Constantine, big news about him. He has an animated series coming on the same par as like Vixen. It will be on the CWC. Matt Ryan will be returning to voice the character, just like he's going to be voicing the Justice League Dark movie. Also, more related news in DC. They recently released a new trailer for the show Powerless. Powerless is a comedy that will be coming on NBC based off the DC Comics characters, in which they are an insurance team who does something, the age-old question: what happens after superheroes save the day and damage property? You know, it's funny because Jerry Seinfeld asked that a long time ago in a stand-up, and everybody knows Jerry Seinfeld is a huge Superman fan. And he said as much as he loves Superman, he always wondered, when Superman come breaking in the door and busting down things, and Batman explodes things, what happens after the aftermath? It's great they saved the life, that's the most important thing, but what happens after, you know, the damage is done? Well, this is the answer to the question. So I look forward to seeing this show. It's good to have, as great as the superhero shows are and the supervillains, it's great to have, you know, a comic type thing in this. I know over on the Marvel side, they were considering putting a show together. I don't know if it's still in development, about being the construction crew cleans up after their superheroes or things, but like DC got them to the punch on that. And DC, Warner Brothers with DC Comics and the CW and some of these other networks, and put some very good stuff together. Also keep in mind, it's been announced that there is another DC Comics show on the way. We do know Black Lightning is on the way, but Jeff Johns did mention that something else is on the way, so something more to look forward to. A lot of people wondering if it's Superman. Greg Berlanti did say they want to work their way up to a Superman show. Not anytime soon, but it could happen within the next 3 to 4 years. Now, you may be saying that's a long way, but with all the stuff we got to keep us busy, it's a great way to bring them on in. And keep in mind, Tyler Hoechlin did a pretty good job as playing Superman or Supergirl, so we do have him there. Greg Berlanti also says he want to work his way up to the Question. A lot of people would like to see the Question. And I say if you bring the Question in, Arrow will be the great show to have him come in and maybe spin off of. So that's what you got to keep in mind. These shows are spin off Arrow. Arrow started this CW verse, just like Man of Steel started the DC Man of Steel started the DC extended universe. Marvel started the Iron Man started the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Daredevil started the Netflix Marvel, you know, and everything. So that's the cool thing about these properties. So it's a lot of things going on. DC Comics is landing down, and I really like it. I like the fact that all this is coming out. It really reflections and mirrors their actual fictional world of the DC Multiverse. So that'll be pretty cool. But what do you guys think about all this? The exciting news. There's a lot of things going on. 2017 is getting started off on the right track as far as these. Keep in mind, Wonder Woman comes out in the middle of this summer. Got to get the exact date, but it's either, I want to say it's early June. And that's normally when DC Comics movies does come out, you know, around June, late June, early, mid-July. A lot of their mega movies. And also Justice League coming out in November 17th of this year. Keep in mind also, Lego Batman comes out next month. So DC Comics has 3 huge films coming out this year. So, and that's a pretty good thing. And it's going to be very huge for comic books. I look forward to a lot of them, DC and Marvel and so much more. But what do you guys think about all this? Put your comments at the bottom. Also, click the subscribe button. And we look to see you next time. And remember, at Access Channel Comics, there are many. There are few. But there are none like you. Peace.